probably is unlisted. Yup. Hmm. Okay, I think this should be good. Okay, hello, Yark. Okay, just to make sure, you're here to be the tester, so this is the first thing. The sound has hear you twice. Is it maybe because there's like the audio input on both live stream 1 and live stream 2? Maybe if I remove it from 1, we won't hear like twice. I'm gonna like remove 1. Maybe that should be 1. Remove the audio input I told you to add earlier. Oh yeah, for the second one, yeah. I'll remove it. What about now? Do you hear me nice now? Am I good? How do I sound? Do I still sound like there's twice? How is it? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? There's a delay. Delay of like how much? It is better. Okay, yeah. Well, I deleted like the audio input from like the second image. Like here, this one. Can you like still hear me here? From there too? Whoa, okay. If you say so. Alright. Why are you like calling? I can't even hear you. Hold on. Yeah, hi. Wait. Hold on. The phone is like... No, hold on. Okay, now I should be able to hear you. Yark. It's still very low, but whatever, just put my ear in the phone. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I removed it from both. So check on YouTube and see if like you can hear me. Can you hear me normally? Well, I mean, duh, yeah, we're streaming here on Discord. Like, can you hear me on YouTube? Whatever. If there's a delay, whatever. It's like, is it like a big delay? Wait. I just said hey. I just said like wait. Okay, did you hear it on like YouTube? Oh, well, this is a bit weird. How do I fix this delay? Oh. Well, whatever. I guess now I can like go on YouTube and turn this live public. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of delay, but whatever. It's my first live stream for a reason. Alright. I'll end the call here. Alright, I will. Thank you. Alright, I think everything should be good. You can see them, right? Let's go. Okay, I think this should be working now. Okay. I do think that this is now working. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that people can hear me well. At least I hope. Can you like hear me? There's already like a lot of people. That's a lot. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of people, alright? Oh, and there's Hyper. Hi, Hyper. Okay, well. Hello, everyone. I'm not really that good at doing these sort of things. This is literally the first time I tried to make a live stream. It's a little bit overwhelming, especially considering how many people there are currently. Wait, I don't even know how many people there are. Hold on, I'm gonna go check real quick on my phone how many people are on the live. Yeah, there's like more than 80 people here. That's a lot. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people. Let's see. Well, there's Hyper. I want to give him mod, so I will. And there we go. Now it's a mod. Alright, I think that with this we should be good. So in that case, let's go to the next image that I made for this first stream. Yeah, I don't really have that much to do for this, first live stream. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to talk with you guys because I do already talk a lot with people on Discord, on my Discord server, but I definitely feel like there's a lot of people even outside of Discord that are still fans and probably never even heard of my voice. So I think this should be a nice first calm stream. That should probably be good. So yeah, this first stream is basically just gonna be a pretty simple Q&A because, I kinda like talking with you guys when there's people not being like kind of, annoying with, oh my god, you love Eggy, you're an Eggy simp. But besides that, yeah, it is pretty cool to talk with people. So yeah, I'll now go and read some questions from you guys. So yeah, it's kind of a pretty simple stream because I don't really have much to do, but yeah, I thought it was a good idea. So let's see some question from you guys. Let's see. There's Gabriel Marrero. I remember you. You do comment a lot, which I do appreciate. And you're saying, will you still continue your Teapot rewritten even after Teapot 7, or have you not decided yet? Well, the thing is, I do actually, considering the fact that, Teapot 7 was actually really good, considering, it had a lot of great moments with lots of characters. Just to name a few, like the entire Death Pact again, having the whole conflict. It definitely feels like Teapot is now heading in a better direction in terms of writing. But I don't think that would mean I'm automatically just removing the Teapot rewritten, especially since, I already almost finished most of the next episode. I'm like 90% done with the next episode. I kind of just, there was BFDIS 6 and there was Teapot 7 in the way, and I did have to make videos about, I had like, I had to make videos about those, so the Teapot rewritten episode did kind of have to take a step back. But honestly, I do think that I'm probably gonna continue it. Maybe it's not gonna be like a Teapot rewritten, maybe more like a my take. That probably sounds like a better idea instead of rewritten, because rewritten does look like, it does say that Teapot is not the best at writing, and it kind of was for for like Teapot 3 until Teapot 6. But with Teapot 7, it does feel like I'm probably gonna turn that rewritten into maybe, into a my take, maybe. I might not make the entire series be that focused on, as in like, I'm probably not gonna, what's the word? I'm not gonna make it as detailed, because, maybe there's better things I could do. But it is a fun project, especially with characters like Foldy, Eggy, and these characters that never really had a chance to really shine that much. So yeah, I'm probably gonna still continue the written, just not like do much. And I just realized that just having me talk like this is kinda boring. So I kinda do wanna see if I can add some music. I'll try to see if maybe my good friend Nyark can help me on adding some music, maybe. I'll DM them right now to see if I can add some music. So just a second. I'll try to see if I can add some music. I'll be right back. But yeah, Nyark is like one of my good friends, because they kind of helped me build the entire live stream, because I don't know anything about live streams, so I kind of had to help. I kind of needed help on fixing this. But yeah, let me just see if I can do this. Add source. Okay. Audio output capture. Okay, that should be good. Okay, let me see. Okay, this should be good. But just play music on YouTube. Okay. I think that I might be able to do it now. I'll just see if I can find some live stream music to use in the background. Let me see if I can find something. Live stream music. I'll check out real quick if I can find anything. In the meantime, I don't even know. Just try to see if this thing works well. Alright, can you hear any music? I'll just wait for someone to say if they can hear some music. If not, then I probably need to fix something. A bit loud, it seems. Okay. Maybe this should be good. Oh yeah, I think there is a bit of delay. I'll just wait to see if people can see. Okay. Is it good now? Maybe, I think there is a little bit of delay, but I think this should be good. Okay, I think that the music is good now. I'll just put it a bit higher. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, I think we're back. Alright, here we go. Let's go and continue asking some questions. There's Boston. Another person that I do see comment a lot on both my videos and community posts, which is very appreciated, because when you do comment a lot of my videos, I do remember you. Like for example, Boston, you are a person with this paintbrush spinning PSP, and my brain does connect the fact that it's you, because you do comment a lot on my videos and posts. So yeah, that's what happens when you comment a lot on my videos. You get to be remembered by me. Another example is like Laner. He always comments on even my least viewed videos, like my Friday Night Funky covers. But that's besides the point. Boston says, are there any competition-based shows outside of the OSC? Wait, I lost the comment. Okay. Are there any competition-based shows outside of the OSC that you like? For example, Total Drama, Survivor, The Amazing Race? Well, I don't really watch many live-action shows like Survivor. I have heard of those, but I didn't really, watch them. But I did watch Total Drama. It's actually a really good series. Pretty much the reason why the FBI is a thing. Total Drama is kind of like the reason why the FBI even exists. So yeah, I did watch Total Drama. My favorite is Ezekiel, and yeah, I always have like my least favorite character, the most least loved characters as my favorites for some reason. I don't know why that is, but whatever. Let's see another question. I'll see something else. Well, I'll just get this one out of the way. Deathless No Eye says, why do you like Eggy so much? I mean, I kind of made a whole video about it, but if you didn't watch it, then I can kind of like sum it up for you. But basically, Eggy is kind of a pretty good character in terms of how she's represented. She is this character that's never been like shown before, as in like she's this somewhat rude character, and I do kind of appreciate that because you never do see many characters like that, especially when you consider that she is some sort of introvert from what we see of her childhood when she talks about it in BFB 4, and how she kind of does not like to be around people and she prefers her own company. That's something I can relate to, so that's definitely a key factor on why I do like Eggy this much. And honestly, even though there's a lot of people that say like, oh, you're that Eggy guy, or oh, you're just, you know, stuff like that, I do still feel pretty proud of being, you know, a fan of Eggy, even becoming the most known Eggy fan in the community. I kinda like that. But yeah, for let's see something else. Well, there's Duncan. Oh, no way, it's Duncan from Total Drama. Hello, Duncan from Total Drama. But he says, how do you feel about BFDI ships? I mean, I think they're okay. I mean, there's definitely some ships that do make sense. Like, for example, Fiery Leafy, Coney and Pin. So, if there is a reason on why these characters are being shipped, then yeah, I don't see why not. So, yeah, they're not honestly that bad. There are some bad ones, like Basketball and Grassy, but you know, most of them are not that bad. Oh yeah, let's see something else. Let's see some other questions. How long have you been a member of the OSC? The Roll Dude says. Well, Roll Dude, I can say that I've been in the community pretty much. I do remember that I was the community just a couple of months before IDVB came out. Like, not in terms of making videos, because I started making videos around when BFB 6 was released. But when I first started hearing about the series, yeah, it was pretty much a couple of months before this third season was released. I kind of like binged all the first two seasons on this Italian channel, BFDI Dubita, which, fun fact if you don't know, BFDI Dubita is the channel of Yin Yang's voice actor, because Yin Yang's voice actor is Italian, which would explain Yin Yang's accent. But yeah, basically he dubbed all of the first season of both BFDI and Inanimate Insanity, and then the first couple of episodes of the second season. So with that channel, I was actually able to check out BFDI and the whole community overall. So yeah, I pretty much joined right a couple of months before IDVB came out, which would be probably 2016, I think. Which means I've been like, yeah, I think I've been like in this community for almost 10 years. Hold on. 18, yeah, like 6 or 7 years or something. Which is pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. But alright, let's see some other question. Do you think Eggy will rejoin? Nosy says, Nosy2118. Honestly, no, that's very unlikely. But I don't think she'll get the least amount of votes either. I mean, Voldy exists, so I do think that she might get some votes, but there's no way she's beating characters like Fries or Remote. Which is kinda sad, but you know, I'm kinda hoping for a season 6 to feature Eggy, hopefully. So yeah, I guess that should answer the question. Let's see some other question. Who do you think will win Teapot? Teliop says. Well, it's kind of debatable on who could win. The most interesting interesting character that could win is Grassy, because like he's gotten on so many votes. But we've seen that Rocky is not really looking that good with fans recently, so that's not completely saying that Grassy is gonna win. I would kinda hate that, but you know, I don't think Grassy is gonna win. I don't think anyone is certain to win. The most likely to be for now is Grassy, but even then, I don't know. If I can say someone, I guess Tree is a good candidate. He is pretty beloved by most of the community, so I think it would be a good idea as a winner. But there's other characters that could actually win, like Pillow, because she got the most votes on the first time that Just Not was up for nomination. So, GD Nacho says, "Can you turn the volume down?" The volume down. What exactly? The music or like the microphone? Like, can you get a little bit far away from the microphone so that it's not that loud? If that's what you're saying. If that's what you're saying. Oh yeah, the music is loud. Yeah, I can turn it down a little. Just thank you, Luna. I'll turn it down a little. Okay, I think that should be good. Yeah, music volume. Yeah, I think now the volume should be good. Just Nacho, can you confirm me if I sound good now? Just, you know, kind of wanna see if it's good going forward. Oh hey, it's Trollsy. Hello. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, thank you, Nacho. Okay, let's see some other question. What's your Dream Season 6 cast by Game Boy Next Door? Whoa, there's a Game Boy Next Door? That's awesome. But anyways, a Season 6 Dreamcast, I do feel like Postsplit was somewhat of a, you know... Oh wait, yeah, sure, Nacho, I'll give you the mod, because you're cool. You're cool. OSC YouTuber. I'll answer the Season 6 Dreamcast soon. Just gotta give Nacho the mod because he's cool. Yeah, there we go. And I'll give it to Trollsy as well because, you know, it's also cool. Okay. So, as I was saying, Season 6 Dreamcast, considering that Postsplit was kind of an all-star in a way, because, you know, we had fan favorites like Taco, Blocky, Taco, Lollipop, and other characters, even Leafy. I do feel like a Season 6 could instead be more of a underdog cast, because we basically never even saw anything of Pi. She was like a pretty interesting character in BSB, but honestly, the fact that she outlasted Lai, it's kind of not that good. But with that said, I do think that a Season 6 featuring underdog characters will be pretty good, like Naily, Pi, Foldy, even Eggy, because technically Eggy is an underdog, considering that she's been on the bottom 2 of every elimination she's been. So yeah, honestly, an underdog cast would be pretty good, like 20 characters of the most loved characters, or the least loved, not most. Technically, basketball and Robot Flower would fit, because they don't really get many votes, so I guess they would be in there as well. It will be pretty good. Let's see, another question. Let's see something else. What's curious about your community polls? Is it gonna be good or I get spoiled? Well, Orlando Orange, I do pretty much talk about spoilers on like the votes, but since this is a live stream with like lots of people, I don't really wanna spoil things. There are like about the Teapot 8 votes or the BFDIA 7 votes. So honestly, I'll try to not spoil those votes. I'll try my best. So I'll try to not do that. Also, no, Duncan, you can't get mod. You're not my favorite character from Total Drama, so you won't get it. But Ezekiel, if you're in the chat, you can be mod. That's joking, because I don't actually want to give mod to anyone I don't know. Anyways, I saw an actually good question earlier. I'm gonna be biased and listen to Mayo's question because he's my friend. What recommended characters would you like to see more of, aside from Boomik? Wow, you're gonna go and say that Boomik... Well, they were gonna be the character I was gonna vote for if non-existent. He wasn't on the show, wasn't on the debut. But I guess the most developed character besides, you know, Taggy and Winner, it's like Rubber Spatula. I actually did like Rubber Spatula. I could have voted for them, but yeah, they kind of got the least amount of votes, which in a way actually kind of helped them because now they're pretty much the leader in a way of the recommended characters because they're probably the most known in terms of personality. So I might vote for Rubber Spatula to debut if there's another debut on Teapot, because yeah, it is pretty cool. He also has the same voice actor of the floor, so that is pretty neat. Let's see something else. Let's see. What is your opinion on Yellow Skittle? Oh yeah, the Yellow Skittle. That person that also appeared on Greeny's Grand Game, if I remember. I'm actually friends with them. They're pretty cool. They are, yeah, they're cool. And don't know what else to say. So yeah, they're cool. They get my thumbs of approval. Let's see someone else. Well, I'll answer this one from Laner. Tree with glasses, yay or nay? Yay, absolutely. I even made a post about it, Laner. I even made a post featuring your art with Tree with the glasses. You should know that it's a yay for me. Shaking my head. Anyways, let's see something else. Who are you voting out of Death Packet again next time they're up for elimination? Says Carter GS Mobile. Well, you know, considering that there's only 4 people left on Death Packet again, I feel like they're probably gonna have a winning streak, considering that Fanny is now gonna do more killing. So, honestly, it could be anyone actually who could be eliminated, because Fanny is probably gonna get so many more votes, considering, you know, the fact that she got in this arc with Black Hole about wanting to stop the prevention even. And then there's Black Hole, which could probably be the next one to be eliminated considering the votes. And if that's the case, I'm probably gonna vote for him, because I do kind of want to see more of Black Hole versus Fanny, because Fanny is on the complete opposite of the prevention. She's totally against it, and Black Hole is all the way on the other side, being like, we need to prevent death, while Tree and Marker are more like in the middle. So I do kind of want to keep those around, especially considering that they're the main characters now of this conflict. But if that means Tree is getting out, then no, I'm probably gonna have to let Black Hole go. Although if Marker does go next, I will be happy because he's the only character from the team left that I would be happy to see leave, because I've never liked Marker. I never found the hype between the character. He's silly, but you know, silly characters are not really my thing. Even Bottle is kind of being dragged down with the most recent episodes, so yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like that. Let's see some other questions. I'm gonna scroll up a little to see if there's some that I missed. Let's see. How do you feel about AI covers related to object shows? I mean, I make those myself sometimes, so I don't see much harm in it, I guess. I'm not really sure. I don't know actually. I mean, they're not doing any harm, so let's see another one. Lightbulb OSC says, what are your thoughts on the Nightly Manor? I actually did watch the Nightly Manor, and I do think that it is actually a pretty good show. It's not as good as shows like One, for example, because that, I mean, how can you even beat One? It's probably one of the most creative object show of the entire community. But yeah, the Nightly Manor is still pretty enjoyable to watch, especially on the later episodes when they're actually out of the mansion. But yeah, it's definitely a great show. I did watch it and it's pretty good. I approve it. Let's see, I'll just drink a little bit real quick. Okay, so there's Cozy Comet that says, thoughts on Are You Okay? Do you see any potential? I mean, yeah, Are You Okay is probably one of the best teams overall because it features a lot of cool characters, even with Fries, despite the fact that he's gone. But whatever, we still have him in BFDIA, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, Are You Okay is definitely one of the better teams of the series. Golfball is absolutely a great character. Puffball as well. Eraser started to, you know, grow on me with the more recent episodes, because he used to be on my dislike section, like in the start of Teapot. Like, can you believe that? And now he's basically just in my top 30, from what I remember. I wonder if I can like stream my tier list. You know what? I'll see if I can do it. Here, I'll try to message New York again and see if I can like try to stream a tier list, and I can like maybe explain each placement. Okay, so I need to show a tier list on Google. How do I do it? While New Yorker explains that to me, I'll see if I can answer another question. Extra Robot says, where are you from? Well, you might not know this, but I am Italian, which would explain my fake ass accent. It's kind of similar to Yin Yang, because, you know, Yin Yang's voice actor is like, you know, also Italian. So yeah, I'm not actually the only one who's Italian on this community. I mean, I've seen some Italian people on the community, but there's not that many. Okay, window capture. Okay. I'll see if I can stream this thing now. Let me see. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, just gotta get rid of that ad. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see here. Window, chroma key. Yeah, this should be good. Automatic, match gyro. Okay, I think this is good. Alright. It may not be that, you know, that good in terms of view, but hopefully it's not that bad. But yeah, let's do this little activity. I'm gonna go and make all the tiers that I usually do. I usually start with the eggy tier because, you know, I'm pretty much known as the eggy guy, but and plus this also helps on, you know, removing the watermark, because there's usually a watermark at the first one. That's number 1. Then there's my top 10, which is basically my favorites, which is basically from 2 to 10. Okay, so next it should be hold on, what was it? I think really good characters. No wait, no, it was amazing characters, which would be from 11 to 12. Alright, then there should be like really good, which goes from 21 to 30. I kinda do this order because that way the tier list does feel a lot more clean in terms of the tier list of everyone, so it is pretty good. Really good. Hold on, I need to see my tier list first just to remember everything. I'll just real quick. Shouldn't take too long, I feel like. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I got it covered. So we have favorites, amazing, really great characters. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do a tier list live because I think I do need to update it on some things, so this should be fun. Okay, so really great. Then there's pretty good characters. It's kinda odd because in the end I only dislike like 7 characters, which is kind of wild considering the length, considering the size of the Battle for Dream Island cast. But anyways, pretty good, which goes from 31 to 40. Then there's the solid characters. The characters they're overall pretty good. No real complaints there. From 41 to 50. Let's add more. Okay, so next we have the average. The characters that I kind of like don't care too much about. They're there. Average characters, and they go from 51 to 60. Then there's the below average, which is basically the characters that are even worse than the average ones, from 61 to 70 from what I remember. Let me see. Yeah, that's right. And then there's the unlikable characters. The characters that I outright do not like. And then there's the bottom 3, which probably won't change. Maybe one of them will leave this tier, but I'm not that hopeful, which is from 75 to 77, which means that the unlikable characters are from 71 to 74. I'll just give everyone some pretty colors. Well, the ones that I usually give anyway. So we have the blue for this one, the unlikable. Then the below gets this blue, and the average gets green. There we go. So yeah, let's kind of like go in alphabetical order. So let's start with, I mean, technically there's some characters that I should go first. Like for example, Evil Leafy. Evil Leafy is a character that I actually do really like, especially during BFDIA. And I definitely do think that there's some kind of story behind Evil Leafy, especially in BFDIA 6, because like first, Evil Leafy was killed in BFDIA 5, and then she's just brought back for some reason. Did someone recover her? It's kind of interesting. And yeah, she definitely has a lot of mystery behind her character, so I think that her being this high is kinda good. So let's see, next one would be some characters like Flower Speaker Box. I mean, she's basically Flower from BFDI. There's not really much else to say. She's just Flower but a speaker box. She's not unlikable because I do kinda like how angry she is, but yeah, not really much to say. So just below average. I forgot to add that. Below average. Okay, yeah. Below average, yeah. Then we have, from what I remember, yeah, so we have Puffball Speaker Box. Kind of like the same story as Flower Speaker Box, but at least she has a different design, which is pretty cool. So I guess there's that. But besides that, yeah, nothing else to say. She has a cool voice like Puffball. Not really much else to say. And then there's Fiery Speaker Box. Here he is. And he's definitely the best one of these speaker boxes because he actually does fit pretty well as a host for BFDIA. So it gets to be on the average section. And with those characters out of the way, we can actually start with the actual cast. Starting with 8-Ball. I do not like 8-Ball. I actually don't like him at all. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I've never liked 8-Ball because I never really liked the story where Golf Ball was removed from her team leader status. Well, it had a good idea, but then there's 8-Ball that just says the complete opposite of what Golf Ball says, and it's not funny or doesn't even make any sense. So it's kind of a weird character. He had a good idea, but it really just wasn't that interesting. I've seen way better 8-Balls in other series on the Object Show community. So yeah, sorry 8-Ball fans, but I actually don't like him at all. Let's see, next is Balloony. For those who don't know, I actually have him as one of my favorites. It's actually like really enjoyable for the time it's in the pre-split, and in post-split it's even better because he has some great moments even after he's eliminated. So yeah, he's pretty much my 10th favorite character from what I remember. Yeah, he's my 10th favorite character. He's really good. I really hope he returns in some way in the series. Then after that we have Barf Bag. I'm not really sure what to say about Barf Bag because she was pretty good in, pre-split. But then in Teapot, she kind of like lost anything that was related to her. Like for example, Her friendship with Spongy is kind of like just gone because Spongy is in Spot Split. And then there's the Lollipop thing, and she's in Spot Split. It could have been kind of interesting to see Butterfly again in Spot Split because she is connected to a lot of characters from there. But with what she says, she's probably in the solid tier, maybe in the average. Probably solid. I'll leave her right now. I'll leave it there for now. Next is basketball, and she's actually really good. She actually is, if I remember correctly, my 4th favorite character. Yeah, she's in my top 5. You may think that I wanted basketball to be eliminated when, there was Eggy and all, but this was actually really hard to do because, like, basketball is actually such a great character that she went from being basically a tennis ball 2.0 because, in pre-split she was pretty much just a 8-ball follower. And then in Teapot, she becomes this great leader who has a great relationship with Robot Flower, with Snowball, with Eggy, with basically everyone from her team. So she really did have a glow up. I probably will try to tell everyone to go and actually vote for basketball because it's a crime that she was in the bottom 2 last time. And if nothing changes, she will be eliminated next. And that we need that to not happen. But in any case, next is Belle. And I actually do really like Belle. She's not really that interesting right now, but overall, I've always had a soft spot for Belle because, yeah, I've always liked her voice. She is pretty entertaining whenever she has a moment to shine. So overall, yeah, in the pretty good tier she goes. Now let's see what's next. Black Hole. I've heard that Black Hole had a lot of hate recently, but I do not agree at all. Black Hole is definitely a great character. I like how monotone it seems because of how chill it sounds like, and it's kind of neat how he even works because he doesn't have a limbs or anything. That makes him pretty unique, and in the most recent episode, we actually saw Black Hole being angry, which was actually pretty scary considering how chill he is most of the times. So yeah, in the amazing tier he goes because he's pretty good. I really do like him a lot, and I really hope he doesn't leave next. Next is Blocky, and Blocky, I actually don't know because. Oh yeah, and sorry for ignoring the chat, but I kinda just wanna do this tier list thing because there's a lot of people here and I do wanna explain my thoughts on everyone and on every character. So maybe once I finish the tier list we'll go back to doing the Q&A. So anyway, Blocky, I really don't know about him because he's a character that in Postplate he had good moments with Taco, like how Taco kind of read him on how he treats Woody. But the thing is, I do kind of see Blocky being friends with Woody, but not to the point where they become best friends. I mean, I guess some people can see it, but honestly, it kind of felt forced to me. Like, just imagine Blocky going back to Teapot with Woody, and then Pan and Eraser see him. They're gonna laugh at him for being friends with literally Woody. It is kinda weird. But I don't know, I guess it's not too bad. He was actually pretty good in BFDI and in Prispit as well, from what I remember. So overall, average. Yeah, I'll put him average, I guess. Next is Bombi, and Bombi, I do feel like he's getting better with every episode, especially considering that he's actually got a new voice actor or actress, I don't really remember. But yeah, he's not really that great, but I definitely do think that it is quite good actually. It definitely fits alongside the rest of Just Not, because fun fact, most of my Just Not members are pretty much in the solid tier, except like Pillow. But we'll get to Pillow later. And speaking of Just Not, here is book. And I probably do think that book is the third best Just Not member. Not by far. But you know, I do really think that her story in BFB with Taco, it was kind of bad, but it did end in a pretty good way. So I'm giving her the advantage of that, because her scene with Pin in BFB 13, or was it 14? Probably 14. It was really good. So I'm giving her this place for now. So let's see who's next. It's Bottle. Bottle, I used to really like her back in Teapot 3, but ever since she's kind of just goofy, like silly, which is not that bad, but you know. Silly characters are not really that interesting to me, they're just kind of goofy, silly, so I guess that she can be here in the solid tier, I guess. She's not bad. I guess I see the appeal, but she's just not a character for me. And next is Bracelety, and I will probably put her in below average. Maybe even average, maybe? I'm not really sure. She's kind of like in the middle between going from below average to average. But for now I'll keep her here. I remember when I used to really like her, like to the point where I thought that her surviving over Gelatin was the better idea, but I kind of stopped being like that. I mean, I do think she's not horrible, I mean she's not unlikable, but she really didn't stay much. She didn't really stay for too much for her to actually leave an impact on me. So yeah, sorry Nacho. The alarm in my house started to blast. What's going on with that stream? Well, look, I don't know, I'm just ranking BFDI characters here, Nacho. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, let's move on to Bubble. Bubble she's pretty good. I mean, not like great, but I do think that she is, you know, she definitely is a good character. I will probably leave her here on the solid tier because she was pretty good in BFDI. I really did enjoy her, and she definitely is better than Leafy and Fiery, so she definitely should have won in BFDI from the final 3. But at the same time, she kind of fell off during post-split, but to be honest, most characters fell off in post-split, so it's just how it is. So yeah, kinda sorry for her, but she was pretty good in BFDI and in pre-split. The scene with Match was actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm probably leaving her, yeah, probably here. Let's move on. Cake! Yeah, Cake is definitely my 4th favorite, I think. Yeah, Bombi and Cake are pretty much tied for this place. So I'm not really sure who should be better. I guess Cake, because at least Cake does have better moments despite being in just 2 seasons. While Bombi pretty much was nothing for pretty much a long time, so I guess Cake can be my 4th favorite Just Not member. And then there's Clock. I actually really like Clock. He's probably like, yeah, right here. It's a character that I always sort of liked. He definitely is a character that definitely changed a lot from BFB to Teapot. Most people seem to think that Clock is just a winner simp, but honestly, I kind of find the idea of winner of Clock liking winner, it is pretty interesting because like we remember in BFB because like Clock was forgotten by most of the losers members. And I think that maybe I've heard people, Clock fans, say that him obsessing over the winner is like a way for him to not be forgotten again, or some sort of copium mechanism or something like that. I don't really remember. But yeah, he's probably doing this also because he generally does like winner, and probably because they're also connected to loser, and maybe they want to know more about loser through maybe winner, or maybe they just like winner. I don't know. But yeah, it's overall pretty interesting. It's kind of sad that it got out. I actually voted for Clock to be safe in Teapot 6, but that didn't really do much. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But at least he gets to stay, because that's actually a good idea for Teapot 6. Another thing that does actually solve between winner and Clock, which is pretty good. Now let's see who's next. Cloudy. Cloudy is average for me. I'm sorry for your Cloudy fans, but I actually think that, well, besides Rocky, Cloudy is probably my second least favorite from DS, because like, okay, basically him and Balloony were actually really good together, but the thing is, Balloony kind of helped Cloudy to not be just the guy that collects things, because he actually had a pretty genuine and great friendship with Balloony, and it actually kind of helped him to be more than just the collector guy. But when Balloony joined Postsplit in Teapot, yeah, it kind of just returned to his normal collector self, which does kind of lower him down quite a lot. But it's not horrible, it's not unlikable. I just feel like there's better characters out there, which kind of sucks because I actually did really like Cloudy in pre-split, but it is what it is. Now let's see who's next. Coiny. He is sort of overrated, but I would say that he's also good. He definitely fits in the pretty good category pretty well. I don't think it's great or amazing, but it's just overall a pretty good character. I don't really have much to say about Coiny. He definitely is one of the most characters ever in the entire series. He's great, but he does have some bad moments, I guess. I wouldn't even really call them bad, but like, I don't know. They're just there. Sometimes he's just there. That's most of Coiny. Sometimes. But yeah, it's probably, yeah, it fits here. It definitely fits here quite a lot. Moving on, we have David. People are probably gonna hate me for this, but I actually really like David. This is probably my most subjective choice in the entire list, because for you to like David, you have to find his humor funny whenever he says, "Oh, seriously?" And yeah, honestly, it's actually really funny whenever he says it. In BFDI, it was actually so funny, and even in BFB, when he said more things like say no to Balloony in BFB 2 and stuff like that, or even running away from X in BFB 9, he's actually really funny whenever he's on screen. So he definitely deserves a spot here. Most people don't agree, but you know, it is what it is. This is a tier list for a reason. Next is Donut. Donut is actually really good. Yeah, I will say that he does belong in here alongside Clock, Evil Leafy, and David. He probably is like yeah, he fits here. think he works better here. He's definitely a great character because he went from being just a main character in BFDIA and kind of like becoming a pretty obvious first boot from the second season, then actually becoming a great character in BFB, becoming actually more logical and more, more than just a main character, to then even becoming a host for some time. Like, there's some people that just joined during the Teapot era and didn't even watch Pre-Split, and they don't even know that Donut was a host. There's at least one person that did that, and they don't know that Donut was a host at some point. So it definitely does deserve credit for being actually really good. So yeah, I think this placement works really well for him. Moving on. Oh yeah, before we go to Egg, there's Dora. I didn't even notice her. Well, Dora is like, I'm sorry, it's kind of like with David, because David wasn't funny whenever he does his thing, but Dora, she talks Spanish. I never found that funny, honestly. So, honestly, I'm not really even sure. Yeah, honestly, Dora is just there. I mean, yeah, I can say that she was very useful to her team in BFB Pre-Split, but she was also the only one that was never actually, involved in the Taco and Book storyline, which kind of made her the obvious choice. I did vote for Dora to be eliminated, and even if Saw is kinda close to Dora on the tier list, I don't regret voting for her because she definitely deserved to be eliminated compared to everyone else on the team. But that's just my opinion. I know people like Dora, so I'm not gonna say that this is the right thing to do. I just never really liked Dora. I'm sorry. And now there's Eggy. You should pretty much know where she's going. I already said this, I made an entire video analysis about her, but yeah, she's a character that I can both relate to in terms of character traits, like her introvert personality, on how she prefers to be on her own without other people, and she prefers to be on her own with her company. I'm kind of like that too, I would say. And she's actually also really enjoyable to watch whenever she's on screen. She has great dynamics with characters like Basketball, with characters like Foldy, characters like Luther, Cake, Clock. She has a lot of character depth that many people don't really see in her. Some people even think that I'm just liking Eggy because it's the thing that most people know me for, and I don't actually love Eggy, which is really weird because, like, if I didn't like her, then why would I make an entire video that is over 1 hour talking about her? That would make no sense if I didn't actually like her. That kind of makes no sense. But anyways, I kind of ran out of water, so I'll be right back. I need to get some water. It won't take too long, I feel. So I'll just wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. I probably should have muted myself before going, because probably you people heard the door creak. I think Soap heard that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Soap. But yeah, I'm back now. So let's see. What was I talking about? Yeah, I finished talking about Eggy, and I don't even know if there's many people who even watched the analysis because of how long it is. But you know, it is what it is. Not everyone is gonna watch it, and that's fine. Yeah, I know, Soap. I know that there's a door creak. I forgot to mute my microphone before going. I'm not used to do this. I don't even know how to turn off my microphone, honestly. But whatever. Anyways, back to the tier list. Now we have Eraser. Yeah. Okay. So. Eraser is definitely a character that I really do like now. He actually had quite a lot of the development in the most recent Teapot episodes. Like, I used to have him like here, like alongside characters like 8-Ball and Loser. That's actually crazy. But no, honestly, with how Eraser became like in Teapot, he actually became super likable, and if he ever was in a vote war against like I don't know, TV or Pen, I would definitely vote for him to be safe, because he's definitely a character that I really do like. So he gets to be on the top 30, so good for him. Let's see, next is Fanny. Fun fact, I was actually a pretty good fan of Fanny even before the recent episode. I always had her like around the top 30, but now yeah, she pretty much became part of the top 20. She definitely is a character that is pretty complex, even if people just assume that she's just someone who hates everything. But remember that Fanny actually stood up to Bubble back in BFB to match. So she definitely is a character that feels a lot more like she wants things to be right, and she'll talk about it or even scream about it if there's something wrong, like for example with Bubble and how she was being treated, or even with Black Hole on the most recent episode. So she definitely is a great character. I can see why Odyssey 10 has her favorite. She definitely is a great character in my eyes. Now let's see who's next. Fiery. Yeah, Fiery is indeed a character. Yeah, I don't really know where to put him. In BFDI, it was... I don't think he even had that much going for him. He was just there, and then he won, and then he let Leafy... He didn't let Leafy join the Dream Island, and then she stole it. But you know, in BFB 22, we actually saw more of Fiery and how he responded to the whole situation. He kind of became a pretty irrelevant character during pre-split, except in like episode 15. So overall, I do think that it doesn't really do that well. Overall, it's not the worst, but it definitely... Yeah, I feel like it definitely should not be that high. Sorry, Fiery fans, but it's definitely overrated. But someone who I do prefer over Fiery is indeed Fiery Jr. Fiery Jr., I actually really like him. He's pretty much the best characters of the solid tier, I feel like. Despite not really doing much, he actually was really interesting in BFB 12, and how he kind of like started being this, started being rude to everyone without an actual reason. He got angry at Nagley, and that kind of just became his new personality, being kind of a hot-headed person. And that's actually much more interesting than Fiery, because Fiery is kind of just there most of the times, while Fiery Jr. can actually be quite interesting whenever he's on screen. So honestly, it's pretty good. Oh dear god, it's Flower. I know that lots of people don't really like Flower and how she was rigged to win BFB, but I'm sorry, I still really like her. Even if you do consider the bias that the writers definitely had for her, I do still think that she had a really great journey throughout the entire series, going from, in the first season she was just a rude character, and she was eliminated first, only to then come back and then be eliminated again, as placing 4th overall. So yeah, she wasn't really that good in the first season. Even if she was enjoyable, she wasn't really that great. But then we have BFB, where she actually began to feel a lot better overall. Like in episodes like BFB 11, she was actually really good, and she began to actually be a great character in most post-split episodes. There were some that she just started being mean again, but episodes like I can't remember the number, but like the episode where Blocky got eliminated, she was talking about how stressed she felt like about potentially being eliminated. So it does give her more character depth in a way. So yeah, Flower definitely feels like a great character, even though she clearly was biased to win. She still had a pretty good journey, even if it was flawed. Okay, let's see who's next. Oh no, we have another hated character, Foldy. You would think that I would place her here, like, alongside unlikable characters or something, but no, she's actually like in my top 20. I know, it's a shocker. People usually don't know me for liking Foldy because, there's Eggy right there, which is more surprising. But Foldy is also really a great character because, like, she always had that episode, like BFB 11, when she wanted to avenge Stapy for being eliminated, and I feel like I saw this character analysis video about her. I even advertised that theory on my channel, on my community posts, where basically Foldy had this great friendship with Stapy, like one of the most healthy friendships of the entire series, to the point where when Stapy got eliminated, Foldy kind of just started to lose motivation to do anything. Like, Foldy actually says, I am one of the lightest 2 times, one in BFB 1 and the other time in Teapot 1. If you compare those 2 moments, you can see that in Teapot, Foldy is a lot more less enthusiastic about it, and even in Teapot 2, she says that she doesn't really want to do anything. That's because I feel like Foldy, when she lost Stapy and after she completed her revenge on Match for getting Stapy eliminated, she kind of like lost whatever she wanted to do, because like she was actually happy to be eliminated in Teapot 3. Like, she literally said, "It's been fun, guys," with a smile on her face. When do you see a character being eliminated and being happy? It's kind of weird, because like it doesn't really happen. Like, look at Lightning, he threw a tantrum just from being eliminated, while Foldy, she was actually happy. She probably just wanted to be eliminated and be done with the competition, because that separated her and Stapy, which probably really broke her in terms of whatever she wanted to do. So I don't know. I still do really like Voldy. She's definitely is one of the better characters for sure. I know most people won't like agree and say that she's bland. I mean, she kinda is, but I still really like her whenever she has her moments. Even in Teapot, she was actually really good. It's come to the point where these three were actually my favorites of the entire team, and seeing them all in the bottom three just really sucked. If you switched the list of like Teapot 3's votes, that would actually be much better. Which will mean aggressive will be eliminated, which will be actually pretty good, but you know, it's whatever. Next is fries, and you know what? Let's just talk about fries and then do a little break and go back to the Q&A, because I'm kinda getting tired of talking just about BFB characters. I wanna talk about other things real quick. So let's talk about fries and then continue doing some questions real quick. So Fries is actually a really great character. I love how he's this character that doesn't really appeal to be this nice character, while instead it's just a more grumpy and even rude character. And I've always liked this side of him because, you know, he definitely bits a character that is just nice because it's something else. So yeah, I definitely do really like Fries, but I will say that in Teapot, he really wasn't doing anything too important besides Teapot 5. He really was in the background for the most time in Teapot, but I'm glad he at least went out with a bang and teamed up with Puffball to try and stop Just Not from finishing the challenge. So yeah, I think I would place him, yeah, right here. I would say right behind Fanny. I think that's good. Yeah, this is good. Okay, let's take a break for the moment and go back to answer some questions. Let's go back and answer some questions. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Nah, whatever. Let's leave this one on. Okay, let's see. Let's go and see some questions from you guys. Alright, let's take a look. Who is your, Kelsey CLS says, who is your favorite BFDI host? Well, it's kinda obvious because the only actual great, amazing host is the announcer. I mean, 2 is also great, but I feel like the announcer is definitely better because it was much more enjoyable than 2, 4, X, and whoever was the host of BFDIA. Yeah, the announcer was the OG, and he definitely had the most interesting story to him, especially considering episodes like BFB 29, where he was always around in like episodes like BFDIA, and how he was the one who orchestrated the whole thing. He definitely is the best host. I mean, 2 could maybe beat him, but honestly, I don't think that's gonna be the case, unless they do something really cool with 2. But 2 seems more like a chill host, so I don't think they'll do anything particular with 2. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be the answer for me. Okay, let's see some other questions about anything. You can ask me anything, even outside of the Object Show community. Willow C says, Apoy, can you see me? Yes, I can see you. I can see everyone talking. So yeah, that's not actually a question, but whatever. J-Day Nacho says, are there too many questions? Yeah, definitely, because I see a lot of questions just flooding the chat. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of people here. Let's see an actual question. I think I saw something about Paper Mario. I wanna see. Okay, Crystal Bled says, "Do you like Vivian from Paper Mario: The Thousand Years Door?" I actually never played that one because I never had a GameCube. My first console was a Wii, like probably most people. And yeah, she pretty much. I don't even know who Vivian is, honestly, because I didn't even play the game. The fact that it's gonna come out on the Switch is probably gonna be my first time actually playing it, because I didn't even saw gameplay of it, so I don't even know anything about it. So I'll pretty much have to get back on you on that one, because I don't actually know who Vivian is. Let's see something else. What's your favorite color from Laner? Laner says that, and my favorite color is yellow. Some other good colors that I like are purple, brown, and I guess olive. I really had, whenever I watched marble races or Algadoo races, I always did root for the olive character, so I guess there's that color too. So yeah. Let's see something else. Jeeves said, opinions on Heather from Total Drama. I actually do really like Heather. Like, she is pretty good. She was a great villain in the first season, and then in the third season, she's gonna be a great. She was a great anti-hero against Alejandro. So yeah. She is overall a pretty good character. Not the best one, or even one of the best ones overall, but she's still pretty solid and good. Let's see, something else. Grim the Good says, was Eggy always your favorite character in BFDI history? No, it was not. I remember that actually. I remember when I first joined the community, my favorites were like Woody and Golf Ball from like the first season, and I remember maybe Belle being my third favorite, and probably like even Bracelety being in my top 10, which probably does appeal to GD Nacho, so that's definitely something. But yeah, no, Woody used to be my favorite back when I first joined the community, but that pretty much changed after like BFB 7, once Eggy was up for elimination, and I kind of went like, why is she being eliminated? Like, what did she even do? And then I started looking more into her character, and then, well, the rest is history. Yeah, pretty much. Oodle says, hi, boy. Well, hello, Oodle. Hello. I hope you're enjoying, like, the stream. It's my first one, actually, so... Yeah, I actually saw a question a bit ago about my Total Drama viewer voting, so I actually want to answer that. I don't remember who actually asked that, but whatever, I'll just answer it. I don't know who it was. But yeah, basically, I also have this Total Drama viewer voting series that I kind of like put in a hiatus. It's not cancelled, but with stuff like the Teapot rewritten and the more episodes coming out of BFDI, that series did kind of take a step back for the moment. But you know, it's not cancelled. I'm still actually kind of working on it. I do have to figure out how to do the challenge, and I'm planning a rejoin for that. Well, rejoin more like I decided two characters that will join. I'm not really sure when I'll have the time to even work on it, but eventually I'll probably continue it. I don't know when, but soon. Well, not soon, but eventually, yeah. Karim seems to be spamming Teapot or Teapot. I mean, they're literally the same thing. Like, Teapot is like the object, and Teapot is like the series. That's how you pronounce Teapot. I don't really know what you want me to answer with this, but whatever. Linder says burgers or hot dogs. Burgers. Yeah, I definitely prefer burgers because I like McDonald's. Whenever I get the chance to go there, I do kind of like get the cheeseburger without pickles, or even with pickles. I don't mind them. I kind of prefer them without, but I will still eat a burger with pickles. So yeah, burgers are probably better. Hot dogs are good too, but honestly, if I have to choose, I'll go with burgers. See something else. Crystal Blitz still says, will you look up Vivian from Paper Mario the 1000 Year Doors? No, I kinda wanna spare that for whenever I buy Paper Mario the 1000 Year Doors. I wanna be blind on who she is, so try to not spoil much about that. But I'll let you know when I do actually see it. See something else? Damn, there's a lot of questions. I can't even read any because of you guys always talking so fast. Hold on, you guys are talking way too fast. Is there any way to like put a slow mode? Probably not. But whatever. Let's see. G says, what do you think of David and Rob Body as best friends? I mean, kinda makes sense. They were on the same team on Beep, and we saw on Teapot 7 where like David was helping Robody to escape. So I mean, it is cool. It definitely helps Robody being a better character. So yeah, it's a good friendship. I like it. I dig it. Then let's see something else. You guys are talking way too fast. I can't even see anything. Woodcool again says, why did you ask your fans to unsub from FreeSmart? I mean, I already talked about the whole situation with FreeSmart. FreeSmart is pretty much not a good person. I don't want to go in details, but he's pretty much someone that talks behind your back. So, and he does actually make low effort videos, and he does actually, he's just a bad person in general, which is really unfortunate considering he seemed cool at first, but it's whatever. There's people like that sometimes. Let's see something else. What's better, peanut M&Ms or regular M&Ms? From Moon Cookie. Yeah, I think Moon Cookie. I really do like the peanut M&Ms because they're tastier than the normal ones. Yeah, I don't know much else what else to say. Yeah, but peanut M&Ms are better. Though the ones without peanuts, they're also good. Okay, Eat100 says, Apoy, what would you do if I killed Eggy? Wow, I didn't know you were a fictional character and lived in the same universe as Eggy. That's really cool. Can you travel through dimensions also? That's really cool. No, that's literally, I shouldn't even like consider these questions because like it just doesn't really make sense. So whatever. Oh wait, I saw a comment from like Iggy Master. Oh hey, it's Iggy Master. I actually do find you a lot in my recommended videos or even posts. I really do vote a lot in some of your polls that you usually make about characters. So what are you saying here about Oh yeah, you're asking favorite and least favorite Danganronpa character. Yeah, well, not many people here know about Danganronpa, but it's a cool series. You should check it out. It's kind of like Phoenix Wright. It's pretty cool. It's about murder cases. Pretty good. But yeah, for those who do know about Danganronpa, my favorite is Sayaka Maizono, and my least favorite, I think it was either Sonia Nevermind or probably one of the monocaps. Probably. I'll probably still go with Sonia Nevermind because, I mean, many people really don't like the monocap, so a much better choice would be Sonia Nevermind since more people do like Sonia Nevermind, so I'll just go with her. Shut up, Nacho, you should watch Danganronpa, it's pretty cool, give it a go. Anyways, let's see some other questions. Jeez, there's just so many things. Yeah, Troll C, do you know how to add a slow mode? Because there's just way too many messages coming here. Yeah, I know you're DMing me, Troll C, but I don't know how to do it. How do I add a slow mode? This is literally my first time doing a live stream. Okay, Nacho says I tried it. And my Switch didn't hook me. Well, that's too bad, Nacho. You have poor taste. Quite a shame. Nah, just kidding. Okay, but let's see. Let me see if I can go and look at like maybe on the settings of the live stream. I mean, Trollsy is a mod. We should be able to do that, right? Let me just see if I can find anything. Just wait a moment, I'll see if I can do something real quick. Maybe if I can go to the channel, I can like do something about it in here. So just a moment. Yeah, for some reason the music just stopped for some moment. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Let's see here. Is there like a slow mode to do here? Oh yeah, there is a slow mode. I'll do one message for how much? Nacho, what would you say? Every message every 5 seconds? How does that sound? I'll just wait for Nacho to say something. Hey, you know what? I'll just do 5. I think that's good. Okay, that should be good. I think the option is now good. Yeah, there we go. 5 seconds should be good, probably. Nacho says 10. Well, you know more than me, so I'll just do 10. Yeah, alright. We'll do 10. Alright. There we go. Alright, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even know. Well, whatever, let's just look at some more questions or something. Yo Mama Burger, Nacho says. I really do like Yo Mama Burger. It is in fact a great McDonald's burger. I get that every day whenever I go to McDonald's. It's great burgers. It's really good. Oh wait, there's a message coming from LS24, and they say, Hey boy, what if you woke up one day and realized that you're in a body of a Teapot contestant? Well, it would depend on who I am, because if I'm characters like Eraser or Pen, that would be cool. If I'm Rocky, dear god, no, I don't want that. So yeah, it kinda depends on who I actually end up becoming. I mean, I could be my own character, that would be funny. It would be kinda like Apoy being like a version of Breathlety, but too eggy. That would be kinda interesting to see. A character, a fanboy character that is like a fan of Eggy. That would be kinda funny. But yeah, let's see. There's a question coming from Nacho, and he says, how long did the script for the Eggy's essay take to write, including research? Asking for a friend. I see. I wonder what that friend is. Wink wink. Anyways, the Eggy character analysis video took around 4 months to make, and considering the length of that video, that actually isn't that much, because like the video is actually pretty good. Yeah, it talks about every moment that Eggy had, and it pretty much talks about it, I guess. So yeah, to go with every moment, I did have to rewatch the entire series of BFB from Teapot to watch every moment that Eggy had. So with that, and also working on the script and the editing, it kind of like took 4 months to make overall, which is actually pretty insane considering that the joke show video that was like around 20 minutes took like 2 months to make. Meanwhile, this video that is like even longer took just the double amount, which is kind of funny. Let's see some other questions. I'm looking them at my PC now so that everyone does not go super fast. Let's see here. Nyark says, Are you the when you? No, Nyark, I sadly am not the when you. However, I am indeed the when I. Anyways, let's see some more questions. E100 says, will you ever make an object show? Fun fact, I actually tried to make a show which was called Fight for Time Travel, but considering I really suck at coordinating people and working on scenes, because you know I can't really animate or make art, so I kinda had to take people with like I had to take people to work on the scenes. I do have some scenes about the show, auditions and all, but honestly I don't think it's my thing. I'm not really that great at directing things like this. Even my FNF mod, which I was supposed to be working on, it's kind of being handled by a good friend of mine, Zombie. So even then, don't give me big projects because I know that I won't be able to direct, because I really suck at doing that. So no, I will probably not make an object show. At least not a good one like One or BFDI or stuff like that. Maybe a joke show maybe, or I guess I could do a viewer voting. That would be kind of interesting. But no, overall, probably not. Let's see something else. Hold on, I'm gonna take a little snack first. But let's see, for the moment, let's see some good questions. Moon Cookie says, how's the camp going? If you're referring to Faker, well, it's going well. I think we're like on the top, on the final 13. It is pretty good. So yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm currently working on like you know I'm trying to rank the entries from this challenge. But yeah, overall, yeah, it's going well. It might end the camp might end before the end of the year. So we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, let's see something else. Do you support Harry, Host Circle, and Harry? Lily of Rain Wings, I don't know because like I haven't even thought of that idea. So honestly, I'm neutral, I guess. Let's see some other question. Oh yeah, Iggy Master. As a fellow Ezekiel defender, my favorite character myself, I can't help but wonder why you like him. Well, you see, Ezekiel is a character that is kind of supposed to be hated because, well, he has quite a controversial history in the show, being like raised by people of like the countryside, from what I remember, or by what Chris says, freaky Peri people. He was like influenced to think in the same way that his parents thought like. So when he did say that sexist comment on that episode, I don't think he was actually being he was talking to himself, because he was raised with probably questionable ideals, and he even tried to actually becoming a better person with the girls of the series. Like, for example, he worked with Lindsay and Beth in the Total Drama Island special in the final episode. So I do think that he wasn't actually... He was just raised with questionable ideals. And yeah, it kind of sucks that that's what happened with him. Especially when you see how he ended up after Total Drama World Tour. But, I do still really enjoy him. He's a pretty good character in my opinion. Alright, let's see something else. Other than Aggie, who would you want to rejoin Teapot? Patty says. Well, the answer is probably gonna be not what you were expecting. But if Aggie was not an option to vote, I would probably go with... No, I was gonna say Foldy, but she kinda doesn't wanna be on the show anymore, so maybe not. I don't wanna spare her for that. So I guess Naily, or maybe Fries. Actually no, I will go with Fries. He's probably the best character that got eliminated besides Aggie. Which is kind of funny because they both got eliminated on the same episode. So there's that. Let's see something else. Oh, and if I do like stop talking for a moment, it's because I'm like eating a little snack right now. It's like a little Kinder candy. It's kinda tasty, so yeah. Yeah, I know, right, GD Nacho? It is yummy. So, alright, let's see. Let's do a couple more questions and then we can go back to the tier list, I feel like. Let's see. G says, do you think Mike deserved to win Total Drama All Stars? And what about your opinion on the season? I mean, it's the worst season. It's the worst season of the entire series. That's kind of obvious. I never really liked it. It had a good concept, but the execution was pretty much kind of like the same thing with 8 Ball, where it was barely funny or even enjoyable. So it's gonna be a yikes for me in terms of how good the season is. So, and as for the mic question, I mean, sure, I don't mind him as a winner because he did overcome Mal in the finale. So I guess it's okay as a winner. I don't know, man. That season is just, I don't know, it's kind of a bad season, so well, yeah, it is what it is. Let's see something else. I was gonna answer Laner, but I already answered the question from him earlier, so okay, now that I said it, I kind of wanna answer him. Will you ever get back at making Nintendo related videos? I mean, whenever I do make videos that are not BFDI related, they kind of flop, but as you can see, I did make an SMG4 video recently, so it's not totally off the table. I could sometimes come back and make something related to Nintendo, especially considering that I do like Nintendo. I do have my Switch, I do have a console, and I do play on it quite a lot, so maybe. I'm not really sure. Alright, last question before we get back to the tier list. Let's see. Who am I gonna answer? Who will be the last person to be answered? Let's see, I wanna find a good one. You know what, I'll go with this one from GD Nacho. Have you thought of making a second channel? Honestly, I considered it, but honestly, no, I think I'll just stick with this one because the only thing that I could use a second channel for is any non-related BFDI video, but honestly I feel like that channel will just die and not be used that well, because I feel like I'll mostly just stick to BFDI, so it's much better to just have, you know, this channel be focused on BFDI stuff and even object show related stuff, because I do also talk about Inanimate Insanity and other things sometimes, and occasionally have a non-object show related video, like for example Danganronpa, because I did make videos of Danganronpa in the past. I might do more, even though the series kind of over, there's nothing left. So yeah, I think I'll just stick to this channel. Alright, I think we should be good. I asked more questions now, so we should probably be good to go back to our tier list. I just noticed that the tier list is a little bit... hold on. Okay. Oh wait, hold on, I can just... oh, there we go. Now it's just the tier list. Might be a little bit stretchy, but I think this is good. Do you guys prefer this? Is this better? Might be better, probably. Let me see, did the music get louder? No, I don't think it got louder. We just turned it down a little bit. Alright, there we go. Right. Well, how is the tier list like this? Do you like this? Is it too wide? Well, I see people say that it's good. You know what? Maybe I'll make it a little bit less stretchy. Yeah, there we go. This is probably better. Now it's not stretchy. Alright. So let's go back to this. Okay, so the next character is Katie. Katie is a character I really do like. She's honestly a pretty great character. I did vote for her to be safe in Teapot 3, or I guess Teapot 4, when she was safe. So yeah, she definitely is a great character, but yeah, no, she's definitely my second favorite on Teammates, right after Donut. So yeah, she definitely should be like right behind Evil Leafy. Yeah, this is a pretty good place for her. She's pretty good. Next is Gelatin. Gelatin, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Gelatin, but it's not bad. It's probably like good. We had this, you know, the newbie alliance with Lollipop and Teardrop, which was pretty cool. So I guess there's that. But even then, I don't know. He's there. I definitely prefer Flower as a winner instead of Gelatin, but it's not like it's bad. I do like him. I did like him enough with the newbie alliance. He was with Lollipop, and Lollipop was the best character from post split, so that counts for something, I guess. So yeah, overall, not too shabby. Next is Golf Ball, and with the newest episode, she is getting in here in the top 10. She was actually such a great character in this episode. I actually really like the fact that she's back to being a really great character, because I already said this earlier, but Golf Ball is like, you know, she used to be my second favorite, so seeing her still being this high, it is pretty good. So I do feel like she does deserve to be this high in the tier list. I'll try to be a bit faster, because there might be some characters I don't have much to say about. So yeah, next is Grassy. You guys should know that I do not like Grassy. He is, quite honestly, I kind of like making fun of him, because, you know, he's just so, I don't even know what to say. He says I'm Grassy most of the times, and seeing him get so many votes is really not good, because like, when you have characters that are great like basketball be in the bottom 2, and Grassy is instead living there in the top with like 8,000 votes or even 26,000 votes, it's really not good, because it really doesn't do much. I'm sorry, Grassy fans, I just don't really like him. Sorry. Next is Ice Cube, and considering that she got a lot better in since the Teapot 5, I do feel like Ice Cube definitely deserves to be in the pretty good characters list. Probably like right next to Coiny. That should be good, yeah. And yeah, before Teapot 4, she used to be literally here, because she was just a character that used to just make, you know, recycled lines, and that was pretty annoying. But with the fact that she now has a new voice actress, it really did boost her up a lot. Because I really do like Ice Cube. I was kind of forced to put her low, because she wasn't being anything before. But with Teapot 5, she's actually being much more useful, which is really good. So she definitely deserves to be in pretty much the mid-tier of the tier list. Next is Leafy, and yeah, she's kind of like on the same tier as Fiery, I feel like. I mean, she's kind of inconsistent. She goes from being a genuinely nice person to then being one that wants attention, to then stealing Dream Island, then being metal, then back to her, then she's back to being normal. It's really weird. But overall, I wouldn't say she's horrible. She's still good. No, not even good. Like, she's okay. Yeah, she's okay. I really don't know what to say. She definitely deserved to be safe in BFB 22 because that confrontation with Fiery and Livy, that was actually pretty good. I did actually give her the vote that time because she did earn it. But besides that, yeah, honestly, she's not that great. Though she's not bad either. Okay, next up is Lightning. Lightning definitely is a great character. I always liked them. I'll put him as the best one of the pretty good characters. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh wait, no, I mean here, yeah. The best ones of the really great characters. He definitely... He never did much overall, but it was enjoyable to watch, kind of like Fanny, I guess. They were a pretty good duo, both in Ions and in Death Pact again. And this tantrum that I threw in Teapot 7, that was actually really good. Calling out on Death Pact again strategy, that was actually really good. So yeah, I feel like he deserves this spot. Lai. I actually really like Lai. I really want her to be like the person to rejoin in Teapot. Well, not rejoin because she was never in Teapot. Well, I guess debut. She definitely does deserve to have a second chance, especially when she lost against Pi of all people. I don't even know why people voted for her to be eliminated, honestly. It just makes no sense. But yeah, she's definitely a great character, especially when she was in the exit. I really hope she can rejoin and she can actually be a great character again. Hopefully that's the case. Next is Lollipop, and she's actually my favorite character overall besides Eggy. And the simple reason of that is that she's kind of similar to Eggy in the terms of the fact that we never saw a character like Lollipop before BFB, because Lollipop is this kind of character that she feels like she's kind of like superior to everyone else in a way, kind of like Silver Spoon or Play-Doh from Burner, if anyone saw that. So I definitely do feel like she's a unique character, and she was also the character that helped me get through most of Boss Split. And yeah, I definitely gotta give her credit for getting me through the mediocrity of Post Split. So she definitely won't move from being in the top 2. She's the best character overall, besides Eggy of course, but she definitely does deserve to be second. Next is Luther. I do not like Luther. Luther is just, I don't even know what to say about Luther. He's such an inconsistent character, even worse than Leafy, because I don't know if people hate him or love him, because at times, like BFB8, people seem to hate him because he lied, but then when he comes back in BFB 16, they all love him again, and then in BFB 17, everyone is kind of sick of him, and it's just weird. Like, you gotta decide if he's loved or hated. You can't do both. It's kind of weird. But I will say that he's kind of better than 8-Ball, because at least Luther didn't screw Saw over with the 8 gag. So, and I really used to like Saw a lot, so it's kind of 8-Ball's fault for that. So yeah, it does beat 8-Ball, even by a little bit. Let's see who's next. Marker is next. Marker, I really don't. Honestly, I really don't actually have much to say. Sorry, Trollsy, but like, I really don't know what to say. It's just there. It's like this silly character because like, oh, I am Marker. I am very. I don't know. It's just. It's there, I guess. I guess I'll put him here, right next to Dora. He's definitely the one I want to see gone next from Death Packet again because it really isn't. You know, it's not that good in my opinion. It's not horrible, but I'm not a fan of Marker, honestly. Sorry, Trollsy. Let's see, next is Match. I actually really like Match in some cases. Match is... I'm not really sure what to say because in BFDI and BFDIA she was just like Pencil's best friend and she wasn't much after that. But in BFB, once Pencil was eliminated, she actually took charge and she was actually pretty good whenever she acted like the boss. And then she actually apologized to you know, she actually apologized to Bubble. So I do feel like she is a pretty good character. I'll just put her next to Gelatin. And let's try to go a little bit faster. Naily, I really do like Naily. I always had a little soft spot for her. I do feel like she's one of the worst ones of the amazing characters. Probably like it's 20? Yeah, I guess that's fair. She didn't really do much, but at the same time, Naily, I always liked how she's this sort of jokester whenever she makes puns. I really do like puns, so yeah, I guess being here, it kind of makes sense for me, honestly. Next is Needle. Needle had a new voice actress recently with the most later seasons, and I feel like Needle should go here, I guess. She's pretty solid overall. She's not one of the best ones, but she's not too shabby either. She's pretty good overall, yeah. Next is Nickel. Nickel also started to get better recently, and I feel like he should go right next to Bombi. Honestly, between Bombi and Nickel, I feel like Nickel is slightly better. Because, I don't know, I kinda feel like Nickel was actually great. Well, not great, but like, it was pretty good in BFDIA. It kinda got like a bit annoying in BFB when it was being this oobly goobly jeeber. It's kind of annoying, honestly, but it kinda toned down that as well, so I guess he can stay here. I think that's a good option. Next is Pen. He's a pretty overrated character, but at the same time, it's not actually bad. I would say he goes right... yeah, right here. I think like he is pretty cool. Even in BFDI, he was pretty good. It's kind of a crime that he got out instead of Rocky when he was up for the mission with Rocky and Bubble, but it's whatever. Rocky was just not hated back then, I guess. Pencil is next, and considering how she's been in BFDIS 6, she definitely deserves to be this high on the list. She's one of the most consistent characters in the entire series. She formed the most known and probably arguably even the best alliance in the entire series, Free Smart, which we do not associate with the YouTuber. So yeah, she pretty much had a great alliance, even if in BFB her alliance kind of got ruined. But it's whatever. It's not too bad. She was also pretty good in BFDI 6, so I feel like she does deserve to be this high because she does rule quite a lot in the earlier seasons. I feel like. Next up is Pi, and Pi is indeed another average character, so I really don't have much to say because Pi, she was sometimes cool in BFB pre-split, but besides that, she wasn't really that much of a strong player, I guess. So I'm not really sure what to say. Next is Pillow, and you might not know, but she's my third favorite. She's actually super fun to watch. I love how in Teapot she became this sociopath, and she's a super unique character in that terms of personality. She might not be like consistent, because in pre-split she pretty much was not like this at all. Except in that one line where she says, did someone say murder? But no, yeah, Pillow is definitely a great character that I really do appreciate, and I even do think that she should win in Teapot. She definitely is a character that should win, especially because what would Pillow even do if she had the power? In the most recent episode, we even saw a glimpse of what she would do. And not gonna lie, it would be kinda cool to see Pillow be this chaotic character that would abuse Two's powers to the point where she would pretty much be one of the strongest characters in the entire series, to the point where she could even host a potential season 6 all on her own. Imagine if that happens. That would be actually pretty cool. So yeah, she definitely is a great character in my eyes. Now, let's see, there's still quite a lot of characters, but I think once we finish these characters, I'm gonna answer some more questions, and then I'm gonna end the stream. How much do we even do this for? 2 hours? Well, that is pretty interesting. Anyways, Pin is next, and Pin is definitely a character that changed a lot throughout the seasons. In BFDI, she was just a bossy leader. Then we saw like you know, in BFB she became an actual compelling character, even in you know, what was I saying? Yeah, in BFB and BFDIA she became much more interesting, and then in Teapot she kind of just went back to her being her old bossy self for some reason, until Teapot 7, where she actually began to be good again, and she wasn't like being annoying. So yeah, I do feel like she went through a lot, but overall I will say that she's the best character of the pretty good tier list. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty good spot for her. Puffball is next, another character I really adore. She's definitely, yeah, I'll put her here. She's not in my top 5 because we haven't got it to someone else yet. But she definitely is in my top 10 because she's really enjoyable with her design, with her way of talking, with how, you know, her personality is like. She is really enjoyable to watch in episodes like Teapot 4 or even Teapot 7 when she allied with Golf Ball. So they honestly are pretty good, both her and Golf Ball. They're the best members of Are You OK by far. Next up is Remote, a character that many people think that she was robbed. But honestly, as someone who voted for Fanny to be safe instead against Remote, I do kind of feel like Remote is not really that good. She's not horrible, hear me out, she's not that horrible, but at the same time, we never really saw that much of her. She had some story with Black Hole in pre-split, but after that, she never really had much going for her, which is kind of why I did try to vote to save Fanny instead of Remote. Sorry, Remote fans, I do have a friend, Hannah, that she's currently working on a character analysis video on Remote, so maybe with that character analysis, once it's finally done, I'll actually be able to, you know, like her more. So we'll just have to wait and see for that. Next is Robot Flower, and I remember when she was back here alongside Rassi. And yeah, that is no longer the case. I actually really do like Robot Flower as of right now. She did a pretty good jump of like 25 placements since Teapot 7 came out. She was actually really good in the episode, that episode, because you know, she wants to be actually appreciated and wanted, and that actually was pretty good to see. Especially since before that, she never really was a character that I cared too much about, which kind of fits for how she is like. So honestly, yeah, I do feel like she does a pretty good job of being in this placement right here. Let me just have a drink real quick. Alright, let's see what's next. Robati. Well, Robati is a character that I do find interesting, but at the same time we never really had much to see about him, so honestly it might get better. I do see people thinking about David and Robati's friendship in Teapot 7, how David was helping him to escape, but at the same time, I don't know, it's like, whatever. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. Yeah, these two go here. Yeah, they're definitely worse than these guys. But yeah, Robati is kind of like, I don't know, man. I really do want to see more of him. That's what I need. I need to see more of Robati to actually like him more. Next up is Rocky. I think you guys should know by now, but that I really don't like Rocky. Rocky is a character that is so much loved by the community for so little, and it's actually really weird. Like, it barfs. That's what it does. Why do people like him? Is it because he's cute when he does it? I genuinely don't know why people like him, except for he's cute, I guess. Like, sure, he sounds like a little puppy, but like a puppy that barfs. I don't want to see that thing near me, because if it barfs, it would actually be gross. But whatever. I really don't like Rocky. He's literally my least favorite character of the entire series. So yeah, I definitely don't like him. But a character I do like is Ruby. She is actually super fun whenever she's on screen. She's one of the best comedic characters, so I feel like being right next to Pin is a good idea for her. She's definitely better than Gelatin. I actually came back to thinking, and maybe Ruby surviving over Gelatin, it might have been a better idea. Like, just imagine Lollipop and Ruby alliance. That will actually be kinda nice, funny. But in any case, let's see now, what's next? Saw was a character I used to really love, but with the 8 gag, I can't really place her any higher. She really became annoying whenever she screamed 8. That literally became her entire character. And honestly, she's just, I don't even know what to say. She used to be like probably around here, maybe even here. But with this 8 gag, that's what she is as of right now. And she's just not that good. I'm sorry. I honestly think that Teapot 4, the elimination with Cloudy and Saw, this was actually one of the best outcomes of the entire teams. Except with Cloudy, Rocky would have been a better choice, but excluding him, Cloudy was the better choice, so I guess that's fair. Anyways, next is Snowball. I really do like Snowball. He's definitely not in my top 10, but it really does belong in my top 20. I would put him right behind Foldy. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's kinda funny because now my top 3 favorites of the strongest team on earth are Eggy, Basketball, and Foldy. Literally the bottom 3 of every elimination so far. So I guess that's something. But yeah, no, Snowball is actually really cool whenever he's on screen in Teapot and even in BFB. He is pretty cool. I used to really not like him. He used to be like here, literally. I mean here. So seeing him this high, it really had a glow up on. I really started to like him more, which is really good to see. Next is Spongy. Spongy is overhated. I may have voted for him to be eliminated in BFB 6, but like in BFDIA, he's actually really good. I actually gave him a like, and hopefully he's not actually eliminated in there, because he's actually really good in that season anyway. He kind of was a little petty in pre-split, especially to Barfbag, since she was actually nice to him. So that was kinda not good. But besides that, he's actually really good. Stapy is another character I really do like. I do feel like, yeah, I think him being here kinda makes sense. I'll put him there. And yeah, overall Stapy, he has a pretty unique design. The fact that he's legless is pretty interesting. And he definitely should have stayed more alongside Foldy and Lai. They were a trio that was robbed, honestly. It's really sad, honestly. I just wish they can do more in the future. Hopefully one day. Taco is a character I still really like, even though she's not in my top 5 anymore. She still is a big character for me. She actually wasn't that good in pre-split because like you know, she had a good story, I guess, but she never really did much to actually try to fix things with Book. So she kind of was just there to be the victim. And then in post-split, she actually began to have an actual character, because she began to be friends with Blocky. She also worked as some kind of therapist in a way to Blocky on a situation with Woody, which actually was pretty cool to see, because now we never saw this more caring side of Taco, because she always looked more like a loner type of character, especially during the pre-split. So she was actually pretty good overall. I will keep her in the top 10, hopefully. Let's see who's next. Teardrop. I really do like Teardrop. She's one of the best characters from the original season. Let's see where I would put her. Probably 11th. I think this is a good spot overall. I think this is good. She is capable of being on her own team, as we see in Teapot. She has great moments, despite being mute. So honestly, she's a pretty good character overall. I really do hope that she gets far, even if she does have plot armor in Teapot, because if she does get up for elimination, she's just gonna be eliminated. So I think she's gonna either stay or just be eliminated straight up. But whatever, she's still pretty good overall, I would say. Tennis ball. Oh man, tennis ball. Tennis ball. He had quite a history on the show. He was pretty good in BFDI, outlasting golf ball. And then he pretty much became not really that noticed. But in the more recent episodes, like BFDI 6, he did actually start to become a better character, so hopefully it does get better. But for now, I'm just gonna leave him in the average section. It's not that good, but it's not bad either, I would say. And we have Tree. Tree is definitely one of my favorite characters of the entire series. He. Tree is definitely a character that I do really like. I like how logical it can be at times, especially during BFB, pre-split. Like, for example, when he was talking to Lai about the teardrop thing, and how it kind of makes no sense for him to do that. Or even when he was stuck inside bottle and it was kind of like the voice of reason. I really do like that. So honestly, he does deserve to be in 5th place overall. TV. I do have quite a beef with this character. I still don't really like the fact that TV never had a storyline before, like, before Teapot 5, because it was always just there. It was just there, you never had a story, and then in Teapot 5, it just gets a storyline with Robot Flower, and then that basically makes him automatically safe. Meanwhile, Fries, Tennis Ball, and everyone else who pretty much had a good history on the show kinda had a struggle to survive. Even Tennis Ball had good season before. TV has always just been a background character, and the fact that he got his first ever storyline in Teapot 5, the exact episode it was put up for elimination, it really does come off more as like, here's a reason on why you should vote TV to stay, instead of like, maybe we should actually give TV something to do. And sure, it's been actually quite relevant after Teapot 5, but I don't know, the fact that he actually had this unfortunate timing of having his first storyline beat here in Teapot 5 and making everyone else struggle to survive when they all had a good history on the show before. Like even Tennis Ball, he was actually really good in BFDI, which is why he's in the average section instead of being like in below average, because Tennis Ball had a good history before BFB and Teapot. He was actually really good in BFDI and BFDIA. And yeah, it kind of feels, it still rubs me the wrong way that it kind of just got this ticket to skip an elimination. I really hope it's the next one that it does. I really do hope that after Tennis Ball is the next one to leave. I really do hope that's the case. But anyway, moving on, we have Woody. Woody is a character that he used to be my favorite. So seeing him this low kinda does suck, but at the same time, I kinda don't like the fact that he was friends with Blocky. But at the same time, I was told that Woody didn't just steal Blocky's Funny Doings International. He just made his own spin-off show. So I guess that's fair. I could give him like, I could put him right next to Bracelety, I guess. You know what? I'll put him after Bracelety, because at least I really did like him in BFDI. He was pretty funny whenever he was on screen. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Next is Yellowface. Yellowface, he started to grow more on me recently because of the fact that he gets more and more interesting with every episode, so I feel like it should be like in the solid character tier list. Like probably next to Bottle. Yeah, I think this is a good placement for him. And yeah, I used to really not like him, but he started to grow on me. He started getting pretty high in my tier list, so that is pretty good. And we're almost done with the characters. I think the only characters left are like Purple Face, the Announcer, 4, X, and then like Taggy and Winner. Oh, and 2. I don't think there's anyone else, I think. Yeah, not counting everyone else. Oh yeah, non-existing. I should count him as well. So I'll leave the host for the final part. So I guess we're left with Taggy, non-existing, and Winner. So let's go with the best one of the bunch, Winner. They're definitely the best character from the S, I feel like. They definitely do make a good team captain, because they definitely... I'm not even sure what I could say. They are just pretty good overall. They're a good captain on the S, and their storyline with Clock was actually pretty interesting. I liked how Clock now has a chance to fix the things. I like how he can fix things up with Winner now that he's not completely eliminated. So hopefully they can actually fix that. Hopefully that comes to a good ending. Taggy is next, and I would probably put Taggy right above Yellowface. I feel like in the most recent Teapot episode, we saw more of Taggy's personality on how they're like the more they're like kind of the trading and money business in a way, on like how they traded lots of things to the point where they had the part of the roller coaster that they needed, even though that actually ended up making them lose. But even so, I don't like that part of Taggy. We actually got to see more of Taggy on the most recent episode of Teapot, which is really good. So I feel like they're still the worst member of Just Not, but they're also not that bad either. They started to actually become good. Yeah, that's right, Mayo. They're actually becoming good. And now we have Non-Existy. What can I say about Non-Existy, honestly? Honestly, Non-Existy, as someone who did vote for Non-Existy to join in Teapot, I do feel like he was kind of robbed, because why even put Non-Existy in the voting if you're not gonna make him join in the first place? It just doesn't make any sense. And there's also the fact that Non-Existy could actually be pretty good if it was more than just nothing, because like in Unlimited Insanity we actually saw him talk and be like an invisible force, or maybe have him be like the floor where he can control the weather or stuff like that. That would be cool. But yeah, honestly, I definitely do think that it's not actually bad. It could actually be used for some plot line if it was actually in Teapot. Well, we'll just have to wait and see if they can actually do anything with Non-Existy. Hopefully he actually does actually get to compete one day. I really hope that will be the case, because he's the only the butter, I don't know if that's how you say it. He's the only one from the first debut to not have the chance to compete at all, besides Evil Leafy, but Evil Leafy works more as an antagonist, so it kinda makes sense. And then there's Purple Face. Purple Face is the most unfunny character I've ever seen in any show ever. I've literally never laughed at any of his jokes once. The only time I ever laughed was when he said like, I wish you guys, I think you guys preferred if I remained in my box, don't you? And then the announcer said, yeah, maybe. That's the only moment that actually made me laugh, because any other time, he was such an unfunny character, to the point where I can actually started thinking if I should move Grassy and switch him with Purple Face, because he's actually so unfunny. I have no idea, like, how do you get to be so bad? You know what? Grassy was actually useful in Teapot 7. He carried the snowball and he was actually really strong. So you know what? I'm making this decision. Grassy is now no longer my third least favorite character. I hope you're happy, Grassy fans. This is like a monumental moment. I hope you're all happy for this. But yeah, I guess I'm doing this. Yeah, it's just that unfunny. It's just that bad of a character. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you purple fans, purple face fans, but it's actually not good. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's move on. Let's see who's next. I'll go with my favorite one of these guys, so I'll go with the announcer. Announcer is like actually the best host of BFDI in general. I feel like he's definitely the one character that does have a lot of lore and story behind him, because there's still a lot of questions about him and his species, and I really do want to see more of him in a possible future season 6, because it was both really enjoyable and also really compelling in terms of story. He actually has like that. He had a diary once in BFDI 17 maybe, or maybe 19, 18, and in there he talks about how it really does like the Earth in a way because of this competition show. And then to see 4 steal his show, that really did make him mad, which is pretty good. I really did like that. Anyways, yeah, to make things more evenly, I'm putting Barf back here. So I guess that's where she goes. Then we have 2, because, well, I really do like 2. He is a good host. He has a pretty good friendship with Gaty too, and he feels like the most chill host out of everyone, which is pretty nice. I really do like it. So overall, I do like 2 a lot. He's a good host, but I don't think he's gonna be the announcer anytime soon. And then there's 4. Now 4 is a really interesting case, because in pre-split it was actually really good. Like, I would probably place him, like, I don't know, here. It would probably be here. But then there's post-split, and that actually does make him go a few down tiers, because like he was actually a pretty whiny character in that period of time. Because he wanted to be loved, when in the first place 4 was really not that type of character. It was someone that wanted to host a show, and he didn't care if he had to kill people in the process. He really didn't feel like he was that type of character, honestly. But his pre-split self does kind of save him from being like, down here. So he just gets to be here, right next to Bracelety. And finally we have X. I don't really like X that much. He was fine in pre-split. He never stood out to me that much, plus his voice can be sometimes annoying. And then there's BFB20. BFB20 made X such an annoying character. It's actually impressive on how annoying it was there. Like, he would whine about, like, what, 0.1 change of heat, of temperature, and then it was just so annoying. I really don't see how people liked him in that episode specifically. And everywhere else, it was just sort of fine. You would probably be like here, like, I don't know, here, if BFB20 didn't exist, but it does exist, so it goes here. And let's see if I didn't forget anyone. I probably didn't. I know I'm not counting the recommended characters or the algebraians. So yeah, I think that's everyone. this is overall my tier list. I did actually explain everyone's placements. Wait. 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Hold on. I feel like we're maybe missing someone. Hold on. Lollipop, okay. I feel like we're missing someone because there should be an extra character in here. Who am I missing? Did I miss someone? Hold on. Oh yeah, Profiley. I forgot about them. It's kind of ironic too. That's so funny actually. Forgetting about Profiley. That's actually so funny. But yeah, I feel like Profiley belongs right behind Fiery Speaker Box. Yeah. I feel like Profiley, their premise was kind of annoying, like considering thinking that Profiley was always in BFDI is kind of weird. Like I just never really liked that. But then they actually got the chance to shine in like the finale, I think, and they were actually pretty good in that episode after they were eliminated in BFB 26. So overall, not the worst. They're okay. So yeah, I think that's the list for everyone. I changed some placements, as you can see, like with Bracelety, Grassy and Purple Face. So I think that's a pretty good list. I'll probably update it on a community post a bit after this stream ends. So yeah, take a good look at this tier list before I remove it and I go back to the normal page. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good list overall. All right. I'm not gonna end the stream now. I do wanna do a little... I wanna answer some other questions before I go. So yeah, let's answer some final questions before we finish. Let's start to ask some questions, everyone, and I'll see if I can, answer them. I'll eat another snack while I wait for some questions. Oh yeah, I guess I could rank Teapot episodes. Well, the best one is definitely Teapot 1. It's definitely the most No, not Teapot 1. Teapot 2. It's definitely the best episode in terms of the challenge and... Well, not the challenge. The challenge is basic, but it still is able to be a pretty good episode. It had everyone with their little stories. Satomi's writing was actually pretty good in this episode. So yeah, definitely the best episode overall. Then we have Teapot 1 with like, it was the start of this great series, or this great season. The 2 was probably the best in this episode. It was actually super chill in most terms. And the team forming segment was actually really good. And we got to see the extras. So that was pretty good. Then I will go with Teapot 7, because it's the only episode after Teapot 2 that it's like a 9 out of 10. It was super good. No need to explain why. There's like Fanny with Death Back Again, Just Not. Yes, everyone was really good in this episode overall. Then I will probably go with Teapot 4, because I really did like how Puffball was this villain in this episode. And the bracelet idea was pretty interesting. So yeah, I definitely do think that the episode was also pretty intense in the final moments. So yeah, definitely the 4th best episode. So that leaves us with Teapot 3, 5 and 6. The best one of the bunch is probably... I'm not really sure. They're all pretty close, I will say. But I guess Teapot 6 maybe? Because... No. Actually, I'll go with Teapot 3. Because Teapot 3... It had a good story with Winner and Clock. There was also the strongest team on Earth. So I'll go with Teapot 3. And between Teapot 5 and Teapot 6... I guess I'll go with Teapot 6? No, not 6. I'm not really sure. I guess Teapot 5 is better because it has Teardrop's ability of becoming part of with the ocean. So I guess there's that. So yeah, I guess my ranking for now is Teapot 2, 1, 7, 4, 3, and then 5 and 6. I guess there's that. Let's see some other questions while we wait for some answers. Let's see some questions. Let's see. Will you do a total drama character ranking next? I mean, sure, I could do that. Next time I could probably do something like that, I think. I do like total drama, so yeah, sure. Marfa, I think, yeah, Marfa, I think that's how you say it, says, if they made a video game of BFB or Teapot, what would you like to see in it? It would be kinda nice to see some sort of Mario Party game, but with like BFB characters. Something like maybe Mario Party 9, I really do like that game, even though it's kind of overhated. The minigames are good, there's bosses, and it would be really fun to see something like that, but with BFB. It would be really cool. Pixeling says, I know you like Eggy a lot, but honestly, why? There are much more memorable characters, but Eggy, I mean, all she does is stand there and make sarcastic comments. Well, like I said before, besides making the whole character analysis video, I also do really like, I do actually relate to her in terms of her introvert side. She's a character that prefers to be left alone. And in a way I can relate to that. I prefer being by myself instead of being at big parties with like lots of people. It's kind of like some sort of anxiety sort of thing. So yeah, there's also to add the fact that she is honestly just really fun to watch. I really don't know what to say. She really is quite cool in general. Let's see something else. Sorry, I was eating, but Bookimation says, would you do something at 5,000 subscribers? I do have a little idea, but I'm not sure if that's 50,000 subscribers idea worthy. It's kind of like a little compilation. I do have this little idea where it would be like a compilation of many people's opinions on Eggy. And it will kind of show that I'm not, because there's many people that say that I'm the only Eggy fan, when that isn't really the case, because there's a lot of people in the community that really do like Eggy but just don't have her as their favorite. So there's definitely still a lot of Eggy fans out there, and I might make a video compilation showing everyone who had a tier list video, showing Eggy in a pretty good spot. So that's a pretty good idea that I could use in a possible 5,000 subscribers video. So maybe look up for that. Let's see some other questions. If there was another chance for failed Teapot debutters, debut, whatever, which one would you want to see join? Honestly, either, well, if you were not counting non-existy, then probably either Boom Mick or Rubber Spatula. Probably Rubber Spatula is the better idea, because Rubber Spatula is actually much more important in a way than everyone else, considering he has the most personality out of every recommended character. So yeah, definitely Rubber Spatula, I would think. Let's do 3 more questions. Let's see something else. Bro 2001, no, not 2001, 2021 says, do you think Black Hole would succumb to Fanny's thinking for the new arc that is ongoing? Honestly, not Black Hole. I feel like maybe Tree would start to agree with Fanny. Black Hole is definitely more on the complete opposite side, as he wants to keep preventing death. But I do think that maybe one day in the future, maybe Black Hole will actually snap and actually start to go on a killing streak because of how persistent Fanny was about killing everyone. Which would actually cause a lot of problems on how Black Hole is, because, you know, it's a black hole. It could literally cause the world to end, which would actually be kinda cool to see. Another new name, oh yeah, it's the Nagito PFP person. Actually I do see you all as well. See guys, if you comment with good actual comments, I'll actually remember you, like you, another new name. And you say, Danganronpa tier list when? You know what, next time I do a stream, I can do a Danganronpa tier list as well, with Total Drama as well. That would be kinda nice. I'll quickly answer this one. Where is it? I lost it. Well, whatever. What someone was saying, where are you from? I'm from Italy. So, yeah, I'm not American like most people. Let's see someone else. Let's do the last question of the day. Actually, let's do 2, because there's koala animation that says, "Can you say hi to me?" And yes, I will say I will say hi to you. Hi. I hope your day is going well. In fact, I hope everyone's day is going well. Let's see. What do you think has the highest chances of rejoining Teapot? Honestly, probably Fries, considering he is pretty beloved. So probably Fries, or maybe Remote. It could also be Remote. I'm not really sure. Could be either of them. Or if a popular character gets out soon, like maybe, I don't know, Marker or someone like that. But yeah, let's see someone else. Laner says, "How cool are you?" I don't know. How cool do you think I am? That's for you to decide. Nacho BFDI wants his question to be answered, so I'll go back a bit to see his question. Who would you vote to rejoin except Eggy? Well, you see, despite the fact that Eggy will not rejoin, I will still vote for Eggy, just like how I voted for Lai to rejoin. There is no convincing me on voting anyone else, but if she wasn't an option at all, I would probably go with Naily, if you really have to know. Or actually maybe Fries. Yeah, I'll go with Fries actually. But there's Eggy, so that possibility is not happening. see. Let's see someone else. One last question. I want a good one. Let's see a good question. We'll see. Your question is not a final answer. It's not a final question to be asking. But my day is going well. Thank you for asking, Willisy. I hope yours is going well as well. Yeah, let's see an actual great way to end the stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, Gaffacine has a good one. How do you feel about people calling you an M&M? Well, it's actually, yeah, actually correct. Apoy, the character, is actually an M&M. It's not a profile picture like Prof-ID. I give him a little bit of story of like Apoy, the character himself, and he went from being just a profile picture of my channel to actually becoming an M&M. I had this little story where basically Apoy was like this M&M that was created in M&M bag, but instead of being like printed with the normal M, it was pretty much there was a worker that kind of wanted to like do a little trolling and decided to add a little A, and that worker did that with also other M&Ms. He would put like an M, an N in one, probably an L on another one. So yeah, there is this little story about Apoy. I do kind of wanna explain. I do kind of wanna find a way to actually explain the lore of Apoy the character, because he does actually have a good lore, I think. Like, for example, the white background you usually seen in, it's actually like a place. It literally lives in the void, this white void. It's like the actual owner of this place where you can make anything spawn or appear. With like the other OCs I have, they don't have much power as much as him, because he was the first one to appear in this place, and it pretty much has the ability to make anything appear in this void, like houses, utensils, anything it really wants to. So yeah, honestly, I do kind of want to find a way to actually make this lore happen, but yeah, maybe I'll find someone who can make this story actually become a series, something like one, maybe not as good as one, obviously, but kind of want to make that eventually. I do also have other characters that are related to like Apoy in a way, but because like he actually lives, he used to live in a M&M bag that was kind of not entirely filled with M&Ms, to the point where there's just a couple of M&Ms living in there. I could try to show some of those characters if I can see, if I can find a way. Let me see if I can somehow find a way. I'll show one if I can find it. Well, I do know how to find it, but now I need to know how I can actually make it show. Maybe I know how. I need to add an image. Then I go here. There we go. That's a character that does actually live in, in the M&M world where Apoy used to live.
Matti, io sto uscendo.
Anyways, yeah, it's this character that is pretty much like you know, it kind of works like you know, the mayor in a way of the entire of the entire M&M bag. And I do have more characters like this. If you do want to know more, you could always like maybe ask, or maybe I could maybe one day show these characters in an actual show or something. Here, actually, let's see if I can add if I can show more. I'll show one more before I end the stream. And once I finish showing this next character, I'm pretty much done for today. I think today was successful, I would say. I'll go with you. There you go. This is like if you remember, they're like the M&M from last time, from the one with the hat. She is pretty much like this kind of bodyguard in a way. That way the mayor will not ever be killed in any way because there's a bodyguard. There's another one, but this one isn't like, you know, she's one of them. I kind of used Peko from Danganronpa as kind of a base design for her because like she does kind of remind me of Peko in a way. For those Danganronpa people who do know about her, yeah, she kind of does remind you of Peko. Like, for example, a new, not, what was their name? Another name? The one with the negative PFP. If you're still here, like, does she resemble you like Peko from Danganronpa? Well, while I wait for the answer, maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, another new name. Peko is the goat. I would agree. Yeah, she is pretty good. But anyways, yeah, that should be it probably for this live stream. I think this was a success overall. I think it was fun to show everyone my tier list with also reasoning, because I feel like most people don't actually, you know, read whenever I do explain everyone. Nacho says, repeatedly hit your computer with a hammer until you hit the processor to end the stream. Yes, because I would love to destroy so much money like that. Obviously, Gide Nacho, I will do it for you. No, I won't. Sorry, Gide Nacho. But yeah, that was pretty good. If you do want to see more of me, I can send you like, you know, the link to my server, because I am kind of active there. So let me just quickly send the link on the chat so you can maybe join. Okay, I'll just send the Discord link here. And if you want, you can join. And you'll probably sometimes see me talk there, because, I mean, it's my server, so. But besides that, I don't think you should, like, DM me, because I don't usually accept random friendship requests, so if you do that, don't expect me to answer. But yeah, besides that, I think this was a pretty good time. I'll try to maybe stream more. It might not happen again, or it might. But yeah, I think overall this was a good shot. It was a good shot at actually making this pretty good stream. So hopefully I'll do more in the future. So I hope everyone had a good time. I'm kind of dying of thirsty. But besides that, I think this was good. yeah, I think this is good. I think I can end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the music. There you go. But yeah, it was a pretty good stream overall. I would say hopefully I'll do it more in the future. Goodbye everyone. I hope you had a good time.